Hey, everybody. I'd love to welcome my guest today, Dr. Emily Levy, who's going to be talking to us about how to thrive, not just survive with you when you have ADHD. What are the top three tools, in your opinion, that can help a child who's struggling with ADHD get back into a nice flow so that they can be academically and socially successful?
Well, I think there's many tools, and many of these tools apply both to children as well as to adults. So, one, for instance, is learning how to manage their time more effectively. And one exercise that we often do with students is we teach them the difference between estimated time versus actual time. Meaning, let's say they have a math homework sheet to do that they need to complete. What we would do is have them estimate how long they think it will take to complete that math worksheet. They might say it'll take 5 minutes. A lot of them think it takes a lot less than it does. And then as they do the worksheet, we kind of keep a clock on the side so that we can track how long it actually takes. And then we compare the difference between the estimated time versus the actual time. And we find that when individuals have difficulty with time management and they're unrealistic with how long something might take to complete, in the beginning, there's a big discrepancy between those two times. But the more we practice the strategy, the more attention we bring to it, the more realistic they become with their time and the more they can improve their time management skills. And that's a strategy that can apply to adults as well. So it's really, a lot of these are kind of universal strategies. There's also systems and tools that we use for organization. So for instance, for younger kids, there's a 3-tier organizational system that we use for managing their papers, which I know a lot of schoolwork is becoming more digital, but there's still, especially when they're younger, a lot of papers that come home. So we set up a 3-tier system. One is a notebook that they take with them on a regular basis. One day a week, we designate that as their clean out their working notebook day. They put it into the appropriate section of an accordion file. And then if they have a great project or great essay that they wrote and they want to save for the long term, then we have more of a filing drawer. So we're kind of we're making it more systematic, teaching them systems for how to organize. We also encourage students, especially when they're younger, to use an assignment book. Even if they think they can keep everything in their head, they almost never can. They end up forgetting assignments or they end up forgetting to turn them in. So managing their assignments in a calendar, whether it's paper or whether it's digital now, if they prefer that, it's really important to have everything mapped out so they can see what's coming up for the day, for the week, and even for the month.
Right. And I would imagine that even though things are becoming more digital, it's also important to have a digital organization system because I know my homepage on my computer is just chock full of different files for different projects and different subjects. And I know it can be really challenging when you don't have a good system digitally to find what you want to find when you want to find it without having to dig through multiple folders.
Absolutely. And that's something we do as well, as helping students to manage their digital files and create digital files and systems within that. So absolutely.
Right, right. So time management, organization systems, any other big tools you want to discuss for people?
Managing an assignment book is another important one. When students get older, we work on strategies for how to take effective notes. That tends to be an important one, which of course is something for adults as well. And then as we get into sort of the adult realm, the older students realm, there's a lot of new apps and tools that we can use with our phone that can help with ADHD. For example, if there are 3 different places you need to be in one day, we might just use the calendar on that comes with an iPhone or any kind of smartphone and set up alerts where 20 minutes before you get an alert reminder that, oh, I have that coming up. Or if it's something that takes an hour to get to, well, let's set an alert an hour before so that you know what time you need to leave and that pops up and it makes a noise so that you can get there on time. So really utilizing devices that we already have to help manage ADHD is often very helpful.